Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tech Talk. I'm super excited for today's topic, and assuming we don't get taken down for, last week's crazy shenanigans where Facebook's AI bot was just going around telling everyone that they're being inappropriate. So, today's topic, we're really focusing in on, first and foremost, if you don't have the workbook yet, we had some miscommunications. It's in the description. You can click on that link and grab the workbook. I'm actually going to work through all of it today. And I want to make sure everyone has the tools to help them succeed. So, all right. We're talking about systemizing so that you can actually get people engaging in your group, that when you systemize your work, you can really create processes and procedures that help you work a lot more efficiently and effectively, which means you're able to serve your clients a whole lot better, right? So that is super helpful information, right? Like, we want to be able to make it so that we know when we have a new customer, we do this. Also, let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what your business is. Like, let's network while we're here, guys and gals, right? So when we're talking about scaling, right, we want to systemize your work so you can create that process and procedure. And we want, and it may sound boring, but trust me, it's going to give you so much more freedom and the ability to stay in your zone of genius, right? Next, we want to make sure that we're leveraging evergreen content, right? So what that means is that it's content that stays relevant and valuable over time, right? And I know today we're focusing on the email templates, which if you grab the workbook, it'll help you work through it. I want to make sure we really understand these topics before we get into the actual email themselves, right? Because if I give you a template with no context, that's not really going to help you move that needle forward. So we talked about systemizing, right? Like, what do we want to have happen when, right? We want to make sure that they're seeing who you are and what you're about. We want to make sure that your content is evergreen, right? That means you're going to talk about the same stuff over and over, right? You want to be known about this one thing, right? You want to be known that you're the person to go to for XYZ. So you don't want to be talking about 5,000 things, right? You want to stick to your core topics. And this way you can drive people back, right? Think of evergreen content like a fine wine. It only gets better with age, unlike avocado toast, which gets soggy after 5 minutes, right? And because that content is always going to be relevant, you can continue to drive traffic and conversations long after you've created it, right? I can't tell you how many times people have engaged on my posts about the Google My Business, right? Or no, so it was Google Office was the first course I ever did, right? So the next thing we want to look at is having tiered programs. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but this way you'll have like a low ticket, mid ticket. So just like a way to get them in the door, right? So I want to make sure we talk through that. And let me open up my doc. So, and it's always discouraging as an entrepreneur, right? Like, you go through the effort, you create your Facebook group, you're delivering value, but sometimes people just don't see the content, right? And there's a couple different strategies we can leverage. And today we're really focusing in on those emails. So that first email that you want to send out, it should really communicate to the new member who you serve, how you help them, what to expect in the community, and you need to drive them to a pinned post in your group that helps set their expectations, right? So if you do not know how to grab the permalink from a post, comment permalink and we'll send you a little training. But we're going to assume everybody here knows how to grab a permalink from a post. And if you don't, it's on you to comment to get the additional help. So you're going to grab that permalink and you're going to actually put it in the email. So that this way, when someone joins your Facebook group, right, you're asking those membership request questions, one of which, as we all know, is what's your best email to reach you. And when we approve them with group track, boom, the email is carried over into your high level system. Or for those of you in Nerdly, it's in Nerdly. And we've really simplified a lot of this. Now, if you're not using group track or anything, you can still absolutely leverage the member request questions and then copy paste those email addresses into your email. So there's a lot of different ways to do this, whether you're doing the free 99 situation, like if you're bootstrapping it with duct tape and hope, you can absolutely get that done. It just takes some manual actions. However, if you're on team automations over here, we're going to be using group track, approve the member, that'll take their email, apply it to their contact, and that'll sync over to our email system. It's important that when you're looking at the content, you want them to see, right? A lot of people talk about pillars, like that is like a known thing in marketing and industry in general. So you want to make sure that you have an email sequence. Now, those of you in this group, you may know that we have not delivered that. So that is one of the things we're going to work through today. And I'm actually going to walk through me building this out so that you guys have that additional context, right? So this way, when you get the workbook, you can refer back to this training and actually see how it gets done. Because am I a copywriter? No. Do I know how to use tools and technology to help me get the job done? Oh, I sure do. So let me share my screen and walk you through. All right, so let me get all the things over here. Yeah, you guys excited? Yeah, we're gonna do it together. Okay, so share my screen. And we're gonna go to here. Okay. So when you click on the link, and let me move this here. Okay. All right. So when you click on the link that's in the description, you're going to be brought to this page where you can opt in to get your email templates, right? Jot your info and we'll be able to actually connect with you. This site, this actually landing page has a ton of information for you. So make sure you come back and reference that. You'll then be sent the link to get this groovy duck with templates that's going to walk you through. Now, for those of you who are like me and I don't want to think, so we're going to go over to ChatGPT. So for those of you who don't know ChatGPT, you go to chat.openai.com, get yourself a free account, and it costs pennies per use. So the prompt I put in is write a witty, fun, and engaging email welcoming a person to my Facebook group, Making Tech Simple, where your business nerds break down tech so you can leverage all the cool tech to grow your business online. We specialize in helping coaches, course creators, and SaaS companies leverage organic social engagement with the power of automations to create a unique customer experience that helps build the know, like, trust factor and treat sales as an act of service. And this is what I got, right? So welcome to Making Tech Simple, where we help you break down tech jargon and turn it into a powerful tool for growing your business online. We're thrilled to have you as a part of our community of business nerds who are passionate about using technology to build successful businesses, right? And so I take that and I paste into a Google Doc, and then I added my permalink, right? So this is going to drive people to the poll that's in the group. Let me find, actually here. It's going to drive people right to this post where I'm encouraging them to vote on what's helpful that they want to grow in, as well as, a key factor here, make sure to comment on it and introduce yourself and your business to our community, right? We got to give them that call to action. What are they supposed to do with this, right? We don't want to just send them information and hope they know what they need to do, right? They don't know. They just joined your group, right? So you'll see in the guides, we have a guide called Meet the Nerd Herd. And so that's what this will end up driving to. We'll have that in the next email. So let's come back here. So we want to make sure that email 1 right? And here's the sample language. Hey there, welcome to the Name a Group community. Thrilled to have you here. A group of your fellow, insert your avatar. I'm your name, the founder, coach, author of business. Our goal is to share, right? And then at business, we're passionate about, insert your offer statement. And we're committed to supporting our community members every step of the way. Check out our pinned post for more info on how we can help you reach your goals. And that's where you want to put in your permalink. Now, we can nerd plus this and turn it into a trigger link as well if you're using high level or nerdly. What I love about trigger links is I built in an automation that adds a 1 to their lead value every time they click on a trigger link. So this way I know who's actually engaging and who's not engaging with my emails beyond the open rate, right? Because open rate is hit or miss, especially with so many of the carriers out there giving false reads and all that. So now, when it comes to emails 2 through 4, can you guys see this okay? I'm trying a new position on the screen share doodle-doo. So now that we're on emails 2 through 4, your goal with these emails is to, let's see, is this change? That help at all? Hopefully. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me know in the comments. Can you guys actually read this? I mean, either way, y'all are going to get this, so just go grab it. So with your emails 2 through 4, right? The goal of these emails is to introduce. Yes, doodle-doo is a very fancy tech term, just like bits and bobs. So you don't want to give everyone all of your resources all at one time, right? If you join my group and I'm like, here's 5,000 things we can do for you, right? You're not going to do anything with that, right? If you join my group and I'm like, hey, welcome to the group. Here's something that might help you. Let me know what you think in the comments, right? Like, so if I send you one thing, right, that's going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, so this email, the purpose of this email is for me to go check out this one thing. If I send you 3 or 4 resources in one email, that may not be what's going to drive you, right? So within email 2 to 4, their real goal is to introduce members to key resources one at a time. Once the content's been created, things that help support your avatars in finding the solutions they need, like grab the permalink so they can easily connect people to these resources, even if you created them months ago. And if your group doesn't have any of the resources in there already, it's okay. Because guess what? A couple months ago, mine didn't either. And even before that, like everything shifts, like at least in my world, everything shifts quite often. So you can have that one intro email go live in your group once a week and then just drip those emails out once a week and then they get driven to that content. So that is another great way to like really leverage your weekly lives. So now when you come into emails 5 through 6, right, that's where you want to really start pushing that offer for them to move forward with you, right? Because now you've now delivered them 2 to 4 emails that are driving them to resources that are going to actually help them. Now, if the resources is you just, fluffing off, that's not really the valuable resource you think it is. You want to make sure that you're actually helping people move that needle forward in something, right? If you're a yoga instructor, if it's like a free guided yoga session, if you're a business coach, maybe it is, I know one that my coach, Jenna Larson, uses all the time was her, what is her calendaring thing called? Strategic calendar. Like she put that thing up like 4 years ago and still drives people to it. People are still engaging on it years later. That is the beauty of leveraging emails and evergreen content because you don't need to make new content every day, right? So the content, it's about content that actually converts, right? So you can have new content going each week, right? And that's awesome. That's what we like. We want to make sure that we're actually helping people move forward. However, you can still be driving people to content from months ago, because if it's evergreen, which means it's going to be valuable over time, then you're not in a rush, right? So then now in 5 through 6, we're looking at getting them resources to help them in the community, like whether it's cheat sheets, some of your best trainings. And really, at that point, you want to make sure that these trainings are ones where they can like opt in, like say, comment this to get whatever you need. And if you guys are interested in having this done for you, or if you are a high level user and you would like the email templates built for you in a snapshot, comment done for me or snapshot, and I'll be able to follow up with you and have that built out. For the Nerdly users, we will have this rolled out for you very soon, as I'm building mine out finally. One of those things when you work in tech and you have client deliverables, the clients get delivered before you do. And I really want you guys to just remember this. This is your way for them to get to know who you are, what you do, who you serve. Like, this is the opportunity you have to drive them through these resources, right? And show of hands, like, let me know in the comments. Do you guys use guides? Are you leveraging your Facebook guides at all? And also, while we're here, pop a link to your Facebook group in the chat and we can take a look at it, see how you're doing, and give you feedback as to what you might need to adjust. Would that be helpful if we did a once over on your Facebook group to let you know what you might be able to be helpful to be adjusted, check your member request questions, all that jazz? Because yeah, we could totally do that. Why not? We're gonna do it because I just said we're gonna do it. So if you comment your Facebook group, I'll give it a we'll give it an audit and see what we can do for you and give you some pointers. The big thing is making sure that you're capturing their emails when they request to join your group. That is vital. That is, and the way you phrase that question, you need to make sure that you're not just saying, hey, drop your email for this one thing. Okay, because legally they're only opting into that one thing. So you want to make sure that you're being clear that opt in to drop your email and phone number. If you're using Group Track, it will parse out between the two and apply it to their contacts, so you can text them too. So drop your email to stay up with the latest Nerdly news and drive them back to your group, right? So let me take a look at my group and I will show you guys how this is looking. Window here. Share. All right. So you can see in my group, can you guys see this okay? Let me see if I can do this. Is that a little bit better? Let me close all my chats. So you can see in my group, right? We've got the guide set up so that people can come through. So our pillars are sales events, client retention, lead gen, and grow and scale your business, right? So lead gen was in January before we were on top of things. And so now you can see that we've got training built in. Yeah. So we can drive people to these trainings and over and over and over. So even though I'm going live each week, right? And I'm doing new trainings each week, it's about different things. Like, you have your core pieces that you need to be talking about, right? You don't need to talk about the same thing every single week, every single time. No, that's the whole thing. You need to know what is your core pillars. And then from that, you can divvy around all you want. But you need to pick out your 4 trainings, one of each of your 4 pillars. And those need to be the first 4 emails that your clients get. And those need to be like your best of the best. Like, do yourself up, put a little makeup on, do your hair, put something cute on, get a green screen or whatever you need, right? And you can then drive them to that, because it's putting on a performance. It's not just putting on a training or anything. It is putting on a performance. Like, let's be super clear about that, right? This is putting on a show and making it entertainment, because it has to be engaging. It has to help people move that needle forward. Now, for the And then each week you can do more and more. Now there is some really cool tools out there that'll let you click, click, clip and turn your trainings into fun reels. We'll talk about that another week. Uh, but I wanted to make sure that you guys really understood, like, it is about having those core good content pieces, and you can just keep driving folks to it. Because once you do it once, there's no reason to have to recreate the wheel over and over and over again, right? Then each week you can talk about different subsections of that topic, right? Now you have additional training. So if someone's like, oh, okay, cool. I want to learn about lead gen, but I'm specifically looking for this one aspect of it. They may not need your original core, but now it's been months, so you have a time to make all sorts of weird different things, like doing a training about how to leverage software to clip up your live trainings and put them into reels. That's not really part of my 4 core pillars, but I'm a nerd and I want to share it with you guys. So we'll be talking about that in another week. So um, the way I do my emails as well, just so you guys know, because I'm a big fan of pipelines, right? When I approve someone to my group with Group Track, um, and coming soon, they'll automatically be added to a stage. Yes, be excited. It's coming. I have them in that first stage is when I kick off the email sequence, because I like to look at things as this is the stage. So they're a new member to the group. First stage. What happens in this stage? In this stage, we kick off a workflow, which is the new member sequence. We assign them to a user. And also, let me know in the comments, would it be helpful if I like did a full breakdown of exactly how I build this out in high level? I don't know how many people here are not nerdly and on high level, or like, I want to be as helpful as I can. And I also just don't want to like overwhelm folks who are like, I don't even know what you're talking about. High level what? So, and let me know. I know we got one person put their group up there. That's exciting. So we will be diving into that. Ooh, an ageless goddess. I like that. So yeah, if you have a group, put your group link in the Facebook group. Comment on the training in the Facebook group, because we're multicasting to YouTube and LinkedIn and all sorts of places. Make sure you're in the group. Comment your group on the video from today, and I will go through and audit your group and see how you're doing and give you some pointers. So the big takeaways for the training today. Your first email will welcome them to the group and drive them to either your welcome post or an about you, this is less about helping them move the needle. And this is an opportunity for you to introduce yourself. Be real with them, right? They will buy into you just as much as they're going to buy into your offer. If they don't feel like they've got a clear onboarding experience from you, the likelihood is they're not going to have as much confidence that you're going to help them be able to deliver what it is you're promising on, right? What is the transformation you're promising them? And if you're not able to onboard and welcome them and guide them through, they probably don't necessarily have that confidence level in you, right? Then emails 2 through 4, you want to make sure that we're driving resources. We want to lead with value. If all they're hearing is buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, show of hands, who's interested in that? How many people get DMs all day? Hey, I saw you're in this group and I wanted to make you an offer because you're our ideal client and we can help you so much. Pay us all the money. And I'm like, no, we want to make sure that we are creating as much of a human experience as possible. We want to build that know, like, trust factor. And the way that you can build a know, like, trust factor is by driving them to videos that you've done and you're helping them achieve something, right? Because now you're giving them some help before you've asked them to do a thing. Then on that emails, 3, 4, 5, like you can start actually getting them to opt into things, get them in email sequences and get them on a call, or depending upon your offer, drive them to a sales page. It really depends. And if you'd like some one-on-one time to dive through, I will happily Yeah, I could do that too. And I will come back and comment. I know we were supposed to pick a winner. Just as a reminder, every Friday we do weekly wins. And if you comment on there with something good from the week, because I'm about good vibes here, then we actually give away a 30-minute tech sesh with one of the nerd herders. So make sure you check that out on Fridays. If you are not getting an email from us about weekly updates, make sure that you DM Kat or just comment email and we'll reach out to you. All right. I truly hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, please be sure to comment and we will be following up with everybody who has any questions. Um, if you'd like this done for you, again, comment done for me. And if you're on Nerdly, we will be having a work session. Either, oh, you know what? We're gonna work through all this next week. If you don't already have it done, it's gonna be a sit down and get it done situation. Because I am an activator and we're gonna get things done. All right. I will catch you later, my nerds. And yeah, make sure, by the way, if you have not seen this wonderful, wonderful poll that is in our group, hold on. I'm going to go put that in to our group real quick into the chat. Boom. Come here. Come on, open. There we go. So we're going to go here. Look at this. So while we're live, because things are all never awkward when you're live. I will put this poll in the chat so you guys can actually let me know what areas you want to learn about and grow in so that we can make sure that our trainings are the most helpful they can be. All right, later nerds. Mwah!